Hey everybody. Um, I recently got into a deep rabbit hole, a deep dive into this autistic 15-year-old boy that went missing back, I believe it was February 26th in Tennessee. Um, as somebody who's worked with autistic children and other children with special needs, um, the mom, Nancy Grace, stated that he was never a runner. He never ran off. So why would an autistic child randomly run off about a little after 3 a.m. in the morning in the dark? Anybody who knows autistic children, they are creatures of habit. Um, they like things in a certain way, kind of like an OCD. If he did leave the home, I'm pretty sure somebody let him out. Also, Nancy Grace, stepdad and mom stated that they both went to bed about midnight. They were on the phone. Nancy Grace asked, okay, well, how far is your work? Because stepdad was at work in Memphis, I believe. Said, how far is your work from home? He said, from doorstep to doorstep, it's 3 hours and 37 minutes. So this is what I'm calculating in my head. They go to bed at midnight, is what he says, because they were both on the phone. They both went to bed at midnight. Um, 3 hours and 37 minutes later. Okay, let's just say this. This is what I'm thinking right now. A little after 3 hours, at like 3:10, if I remember right, Nancy Grace said around 3:10, there was lights that were in the yard. I cannot recall if it was backyard or front yard. I still have to figure that out. But they said that these were flashlights at first, and I've seen the video, and they look like flashlights to me. One is moving I'm sorry, independently of itself, as the other one is kind of ahead. And then toward the end of the video, the other one goes back this way, like quickly. Sorry, allergies. Um, so the other one kind of moves pretty quickly away, like it was running. Now, it just so happened that this was on trash night. They say that was the trash. They say it was a trash truck that was the lights. I have not seen the video that shows the trash truck. I just saw the two lights. In a video with Biological Dad, he said what was missing was a flashlight keychain. So, if you're following me, at midnight, they go to bed. 3 hours later, where Dad is 3 hours and 37 minutes away, 3 hours, a little after 3 a.m., lights show up on the ring camera of the neighbor. And it just looks funny. They state that was a garbage truck. Okay? Moving, and a flashlight, a keychain flashlight, is missing. So, the thing with the autistic children is that he would not leave the home with somebody he didn't know. So this had to be somebody that he trusted that early in the morning to go out in the dark without shoes. Moving forward, the trash company did say that the trash can was heavier than normal. That's why they searched the landfill, is they got a call. They said that 2 garbage men had to lift this can. A 15-year-old child should be over 100 pounds. If he was lured out of the house, let's say they put him in the trash can. We've seen crazier things, crazier cases. That could be a reason why they needed 2 men to lift it. And I know that they searched a landfill and they didn't find anything. And honestly, it's now April. They probably won't find him if he is in there. Another thing, they are living in a subdivision. If he was to leave the yard, it would catch on other ring cameras and nobody's seen him. I don't believe he left that yard. Where he went or what happened to him while in that yard, I don't know. If I was to say, my theory is, okay, so let's have a little motive brainstorm. Why would they do this to Sebastian? I am a godfather to an autistic disabled girl. She is 20 years old, and her mother is also. Her mother has been with her much longer than I have in her life. It's very hard to travel because they want to go home or they're not having a good time. They get overstimulated. And if they had a trailer and dad's traveling and he's gone for weeks on end and misses his wife, and they say that Sebastian would potty on himself, it could be a big hindrance. Now, why not just give him to the dad? I don't know. I can't answer that question. I'm really just brainstorming, and I'm really making this video because there is so much information that is just bombarding my mind, and I'm sure it's bombarding your mind as well. I think they should recheck the landfill. They drained the retention pond. He's not there. They've searched the woods. He's not there. Being autistic, even if he did run off, he wouldn't go that far from home. That's his home. Not just that. They left. Where are they? I don't know. The last interview with Nancy Grace was kind of confusing to me in a way that Nancy Grace said, I heard you guys left the home. They said, yes. At that time, if I remember correctly, the wife was bumbling something on the table, doing something, not looking at the phone or the computer that they were on. And she asked the stepfather, Chris, are you still working where you were working? He's like, well, that's up in the air. She said she quit school. And then she said, why'd you leave? And she said, to accompany my husband. And she's like, well, accompany him doing what? Your child's missing, basically. And he said, she's accompanying me while I go to work. Didn't you just say it was up in the air? Some people say that they saw him at a Cracker Barrel. Or they went to Alaska. It doesn't matter where they went, honestly. They left the area. They left the home. If they believe that their child was alive, if they actually, in their mind, if you are a parent and you feel your child is alive and he's out there, why would you leave his home? I feel with them taking off, one, they have something to hide. Two, they know he's already gone. With the story of, I believe it was Susan Powell in Utah. She went missing one night. Kind of same story. Neighbors saw him leave in the middle of the night. He said he was going camping. His son said Mommy was in the car with us, but Mommy didn't come back. The husband was never deemed an actual suspect because he never had anything on him. He took off. He left. Everybody knew it was him. Just like everybody has a feeling about Chris. And if you know the end of the Susan Powell story, it's graphic. He did take the lives of his 2 remaining sons, and he took his own life. And I feel there's similarities. He went missing in the middle of the night. Neighbors saw these 2 lights on there. Oh, supposedly it's a trash truck. Why would a trash truck come at 3 a.m. in the morning? I've never seen that. And to different Facebook sleuths that are on Facebook, they did some looking, and the trash company that supposedly takes the trash doesn't start before 6:30 in the morning. Whether or not it was a trash truck, why did it take 2 men to lift that trash? And it was so significant that this trash company called the police. Of course, they checked the landfill. They didn't find anything. It could be in bags. Dad says, and a lot of people make comments about this, Dad says that he hopes he's just, or he thinks he's just over there playing video games somewhere, and it keeps him going. And I'm sure what he means is he doesn't want to think of his son gone. He just wants to think of him playing video games like he always did. I'm sure you guys have a lot of different views as well. There's so many questions on if they did take him and end his life, why didn't they just give him to Dad full time? Why did Chris Watts kill his wife and his little girls when he could just divorce her and move on? These are questions we will never have answered. But we have to find Sebastian. And I plead with the TBI to give the stepdad a polygraph. Even if he volunteers, give it to him. Ask him these questions. Did you leave work that evening? Were you at the house overnight? Did you lure Sebastian with a flashlight into the yard? Did you harm Sebastian? Why you haven't given this man a polygraph yet is beyond me and beyond many other people. I think Sebastian got in the way of their relationship. There's been rumors that their relationship was not good. Chris was not good to his own child, his own blood, so why would he be good to Sebastian? And if you see now with Sebastian gone, the first thing she did was hop in the RV and go traveling with her husband. I believe they wanted to get rid of him so they can live their life. And they had to turn themselves in that morning, because if he went missing, Dad would have called the police, and then it would have put a target on them. Well, why didn't you call the police when you noticed they were missing? So it's a devastating story, it really is. I wish I could be down there and walking as well, trying to find him. I believe it's the stepdad. I don't think Mom would have done it, but I think stepdad did it, and Mom is... I think Mom knows about it. I think stepdad did it. She did pass her polygraph, and with seeing how emotional she gets, she really doesn't seem like somebody that would be smart enough to pass a polygraph. Yeah, and I think she would be really nervous. I think stepdad did it, and I think she knows. She probably doesn't know what he did with him, but I really think Chris did it, And I think the police need to look into him right now. He's gonna get away. It's detrimental that he is looked into for the sake of Sebastian. My theory, Sebastian is no longer with us. It's sad to say. I really believe. The author, John Douglas, profiler, he's the author from Mindhunter. Something he said stuck with me. He said when it comes to like a whodunit, what happened? When you figure out the why, then you know the who. Why is Sebastian gone? Why would he be gone? Who would have a motive? Who would have the best motive to have him gone? I say it's Chris. It would benefit him the most. Well, I could keep going on, but I know you guys have your own theories. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, and if this video gets over 1,000 likes, then I'll make another one. Thanks for catching up.